I want to talk a little bit about the people that were up here with me, family members and closest friends. First of all, my wife Carol, this is the fourth time that she swore me in as a state senator. She's seen me through 7 election cycles, 4 of which I have won. And when they said that you need to have someone of high authority to swear you in, a judge or something like that, I looked around and I found the person of the highest authority in my own home. My wife and I have been married 57 years. And we knew that it was going to last, so on our 50th anniversary, we renewed our wedding vows, so that was special. Hope and Greg Whaley are here from Laurel. Hope is my treasurer, but one thing I say about Hope and Greg, they're near and dear to my heart. They're the ones that you see out on the sidewalks defending the lives of the unborn. So it's very special to me. If you know my background, if you know my desires. Pastor Larry Davis is their nephew. He has a church in Seaford, Grace Church, and that church has grown under his leadership. My son Paul, who's doing some recording now, lives in Chesapeake with his wife April and Luke and Annie Richardson, their children. Paul's the director of animation for Superbook. It's they do animation for they animate the Bible. They do stories from the Bible, and I think it's translated into 60 different languages, and it goes out throughout the world. And there's been more than a million young people that have given their lives to Christ through the efforts of Superbook. April is, of course, got a master's degree from Regent University where she met my son. And she homeschools her 2 children. She was in a program that's 1,000 books before kindergarten. And she read to their children 1,000 books before kindergarten. I think now the total is up to 3,000 books that have been read. And of course, now they're reading on their own. Luke is 15 years old. He was born on Veterans Day, November the 11th. He just turned 15 recently. And he has a scientific mind, so he's going to be an inventor. If you're looking at a future Thomas Edison there. Annie is a writer. She's written many short stories already, and I just know the day that someday you'll be reading about her and reading her works. She is also a very competitive and playing chess. I will not play chess with her anymore. She's won some awards for playing chess. When we talk about partisanship, 95% of what happens in this chamber, of the votes in this chamber, are 100% votes. There's the 5% that maybe we disagree on. My job for the next 4 years is to convince this side of the aisle to agree with this side of the aisle on those other 5%. Senator Townsend's kind of looking at me. I know he accused me of throwing sand into the gears of progress. I was going to get a bucket of sand put on my desk, but I probably shouldn't do that. I appreciate Senator Brown's comments about the importance of faith, bringing that into the chamber, bringing it into into our legislation. So now, let's talk. Our Delaware Constitution begins with these words: Through divine goodness, all people have by nature the rights of worshiping and serving their Creator, according to the dictates of their consciences, of enjoying and defending life and liberty, of acquiring and protecting reputation and property. Although written 128 years ago, the importance of acknowledging our rights, that our rights are divinely inspired, are no less important today. The qualification that brought me to this chamber is my love for life, beginning in the womb. I have a sign in front of my house in Seaford that says, "Pray for those in authority." Of course, with the snow recently, the only word that showed was the word pray, because we had probably about a foot of snow. But the sign says, "Pray for those in authority." Under our Constitution, those in authority are the people we serve. The sign also says, "God desires that all would be saved, not some, but all." I'll close with this thought. In Federalist Paper 51, James Madison in 1788 wrote this: "If men were angels, no government would be necessary. If angels were to govern men, neither external nor internal controls of government would be necessary. In framing a government which is to be administered by men over men, the greatest difficulty lies in this. You must first enable the government to control the governed, and in the next place, oblige it to control itself." Our Constitution has survived 237 years. I believe this is made possible by an acknowledgement that our rights come from God and not from government. Our Bill of Rights protects citizens from an overreaching government. I am grateful to be part of the legislative body in this 153rd General Assembly. I ask God to please guide my thoughts and my actions. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to express my thoughts.